Hello, welcome to this video on factorising and solving quadratics. We're going to be solving quadratics where the coefficient of x squared is not 1. So if you watch the previous video on this, all of it was just 1x squared, or you just write x squared. Here you've got numbers in front of x squared. And that makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm going to show you a way to solve it. Now that's not the only way you can do this. There's other methods out there. But this is just one way I stumbled across that I think is pretty good. Now this is how we do it. We first put a bracket like that. Now that's 2. Now this is not going to be the final step, but I actually just put 2x there and a 2x there. Now this bracket is going to be 2x times 2x, which will give me 4x squared. But you're going to see something else happens. Now the next thing we do, in the past, we'd have just multiplied to make 3, if that's 1x squared, but it's not, it's 2. So we do 2 times 3. 2 times 3 gives me 6. So what I do is I find numbers that multiply to make 6. So that leaves me 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Now these are both plus. Hopefully you remember from the easier quadratics. That's a plus and that's a plus, then this must be plus plus. So we need these to add to make 5. Well, it's clearly 2 and 3, isn't it? So plus 2 and plus 3. Now, this isn't the final job, because look, you've got 2x plus 2. We can actually divide that by 2. Now that would give me x plus 2, 2x plus 3. And that's the job done. So look out for how you can simplify that. Now this is a bit of a trick. I'm not really going into why this works too much. It's a practical video showing you how to do it. So we'd have x equals negative 2. What would make that bracket 0? Well, x would be negative 3 over 2, or you can call it negative 1.5. There you go. So you've got to remember to make the bracket 0. Well, there you go. That's one example done. Let's have a look at this one. Well, we're going to start off by making our brackets. Notice there's a negative and a negative, so we're going to have a negative and a positive and a negative. 3 times 2 is 6. So again, it's 1 and 6, 2 and 3. I've got to have something with a difference because we're doing a positive and a negative is negative 5. Positive 1, take away 6. Well, notice I can divide that by 3. So I get 3x plus 1 and x minus 2 equals 0. X equals negative a third from there, and x equals 2. Make sure you're clear on how you can make each bracket 0. What value of x makes that 0? Well, 3 times negative a third gives me negative 1. Negative 1 add 1 is 0. So there's your strategy for solving this. As I said, it's not the only way to solve these, but it's one I think works pretty well. Now, look at this one. 6x squared plus 4x minus 16 is 0. Now, you occasionally get ones where you can simplify. I can divide both sides by 2. 0 divided by 2 just gives me 0. Divide everything by 2. And there you go. 3 times 8, what's that? Yep, 24. So I know I'm going to have 3x. Start with 3x. It's going to be a positive and a negative. 24, 1 and 24, 2 and 12. 3 and 8, 4 and 6, job done there. I'm trying to make 2, so there we go, difference of 2, it's positive 2, so plus 6, minus 4. Let's have a look here, I can divide that by 3, so I've got x plus 2, 3x minus 4 equals 0. Well, what can we do here? We've got to make the bracket 0, so x is negative 2, And this one, x would be positive 4/3. See, 4 over 3 would make that 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Here we go, 4x squared minus 9x plus 5. Well, this one, we're going to have 4x minus 2 start off. We're going to have the negative and the negative because that's positive and that's negative, if you remember from the previous video on solving quadratics. Now, 4 times 5 is 20, so we're dealing with 20, 1 and 20. That was 4 times 5, that's where that comes from. 2 and 10, 4 and 5. Oh, there's good, 4 and 5. I want to make negative 9 minus 4 minus 5. Well, what do we notice? I can divide by 4. So I've got x minus 1, 4x minus 5 equals 0. X equals 1 and x equals 5 over 4. Hopefully this is beginning to make a bit of sense. Right, let's do a couple more. Well, 2x plus something. 2x plus something we'll start off with. 2 times 12. Hopefully you're starting to think about 24. 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. I've got to make 11. 3 and 8, plus 3, plus 8. We can divide that by 2. There you go. So I've got 2x plus 3, x plus 4 equals 0. X equals negative 3 over 2, and x equals negative 4. Hopefully you're beginning to see the strategy. Let's do one more. We start off, well, that's a plus and a minus, so it's going to be a plus and a minus here because we need to multiply to make a negative. So 4x take away something. And what am I trying to make? That's right, negative 60, or 60. Think about first, 4 times 15. Just think about 60, 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15. We're trying to get a difference of 4, so we've got some way to go. Let's see. 5 and 12, 6 and 10, and there we go. Had to go through all those to find it, but 6 and 10 have a difference of 4, so it'll be positive 4. So plus 10 minus 6. Well, can we simplify those? We can simplify both of them in this case. Over 2 over 2. Forgot the equal 0 there. So that's 2x plus 5. 2x minus 3 equals 0. And I've factorised it there. So let's finish this off. X equals negative 5 over 2 from there. And then x equals positive 3 over 2. And there are my two solutions. Remember, think about the bracket being equal to 0. Well, that's just one method I've shown you. There's other ones out there if you want to look for those. But this one works pretty well. I'd advise having a look back through these methods again and then doing a lot of practice. Hope it was useful. Thank you.